What is up guys, and welcome back to my channel. We got our first real look at the new DLC for the Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, which is the Wanderer of the Rift, which stars Gilgamesh as the main villain. He's a real badass boss able to wander freely between dimensions. He wields both swords and spears simultaneously. Gilgamesh will have an overflowing number of dynamic attacks. He may even attack you with a well-known missile at times as well. Seems like he's going to be a very challenging fight, but we are not sure about the balance patch that might come with the game. If with the builds that we have so far are anything to go by, the hardcore players may not have any problem with it at all. Gilgamesh brings with him the Rift Labyrinth. The labyrinth manifested when Gilgamesh appeared in the world of chaos. A new story arc plays out as we conquer these series of randomly constructed dungeons. We got a short glimpse of this during the trailer, and we also have some new screenshots of these rifts as well. Not sure exactly how these will work, but we have some indication. These missions will work like floors. The higher you probably go, the more difficult the rift will get. Once you gather enough gil from completing these rifts, you can progress onto the next floor. There is an absolute abundance of new resources to get from these rifts as well. Summon stones, the greater summon stones, some food items, some arcanium resources. Lots of new things are being added. Some of them we know what the uses will be, but for the others we'll just have to wait and see what they're used for. I'm not sure how high you can go with these rifts. I hope there's a cap to the floor we can go and not just go on infinitely. It's always good if you have a final floor to chase, rather than just have it go on forever. Nonetheless, the more ways to play the better, and this labyrinth looks really fun. A good way to mix things up from just going into the same missions that is right there in the game right now. Now we really have some variety as we won't know what can spawn in these rifts, adding tension and excitement from both new and veteran players. With this new mode we also get a new job, which is the Blue Mage. This new job is unlocked after progressing a certain way through the Rift Labyrinth. The Blue Mage can learn enemy abilities and turn them into its own powers. Enemy abilities can be used as instant abilities through Soul Shield or by equipping some accessories. Blue magic can be used by pushing the R2 button whenever instant abilities are available. Holding down the button lets you charge up for an even more powerful attack. This makes it possible to activate instant abilities without using up their charges and power them up with MP. There are some really good instant abilities that I would like to test out for this class, especially the abilities from Bahamut. I can't wait to dig deeper into this class and find out its potential. The Thief class could now possibly be a viable job to take in paired with this Blue Mage. What more is coming is the Monster Bells. Monster Bells are items that let you instantaneously call up a monster to support you during fights. To receive the support of a given monster, you first need to find a summon stone and then complete a special event with that monster. You will then need to increase your affinity with that monster through conversations, feeding it and using items. This is where the food items will come into play that you see from the labyrinth. The meat, nuts and all sorts will be used to feed these monsters so you can tame them to fight alongside you. When your affinity level increases, you will receive monster bells that can be used in battle to temporarily call up the monster to fight for you. We now also have chaotic monsters, which are variants of the monsters we have currently. In the Gilgamesh difficulty level, monsters infused with chaotic energy can occasionally appear in all missions, including the Rift Labyrinth as well. These are called the Chaos Monsters. They are more dangerous than the standard monsters of the same type, but can earn you greater rewards when you defeat them. You can tell if a monster is chaotic or not by seeing the status indicated by a crown icon at the start of the monster's name, as you can see in the screenshots here. Chaotic monsters have more attacks available and are tougher to fight. I'm not sure if this applies to just the regular enemies or bosses as well, but judging by the trailer, I can see some attacks coming from the bosses that I have never seen before, so I'm sure bosses can also spawn as chaotic, which will make fights a lot more challenging. Some new gameplay mechanics have also been added, bringing more variety into the game. The Gilgamesh difficulty and equipping relics. The newly added difficulty is one step higher than the current Bahamut difficulty. With this new difficulty level, enemy levels are raised even further, meaning that even more fearsome foes will appear to obstruct Jack and his friends. With this new difficulty, it looks like we can go all the way up to level 500. You can see in the screenshot here that we have gear that is well over 450. Plus look at these damn affinities and gear stats. 224 points of affinity from just one weapon. After upgrading, I'm sure you can probably get it to even 250 from just one item. Damn, the new builds are going to be super crazy. On the newly added Gilgamesh difficulty level, you can obtain special relic equipment that comes blessed by a summon. Sorry, I just had to put that in there. While equipment comes with various different special effects from the blessing of summons like Odin, Ifrit and Bahamut, and equipping the character's capabilities from these blessings will also improve based on the blessing's value. We saw a glimpse of this in the trailer, and these can be obtained by praising them at the new Tonberry blacksmith. You can have multiple blessings throughout all your equipment, and all of them have different abilities that can proc. Like we see in the screenshot here, the blessing of Fenrir. After avoiding an enemy attack with Evade Invincibility, your next ability will have reduced MP cost and it is guaranteed to be a critical hit. All different summons will give different abilities, which is great to change up your gameplay to even be based around these summons. Then we get a really powerful new ability, which is a Dimension Bringer. Just like how we have the Lightbringer and Chaos Bringer currently, we will now also get access to this new Dimension Bringer. Once activated, enemies in the vicinities will be slowed and the damage the player inflicts will increase each time an action ability is used. While the effect is active, a special attack can be used in place of Soul Shield. Unleash that special attack and rapidly take down the foe with combos. So a Soul Shield will be disabled entirely and be replaced with a special attack. This basically means you ain't gonna defend or block, cause no one uses Soul Shield at all if you're in the high ranks. If you are new or may not have the perfect build, then using this could be challenging if you proc this off. But since the enemies get slowed down, I don't see a problem with the Soul Shield being disabled at all. These screenshots from the Dimension Bringer shows it works on bosses as well, so I see this ability being an absolute beast. That is all that is coming with the DLC right now. Once we get a full patch notes, I will surely cover that as well. Let's hope they don't nerf stuff into the ground. If the last balance patch is anything to go by, then we shouldn't be worried at all. But if the devs are watching my videos, then I am a tiny bit worried. Hope you guys are excited for the DLC. It is set to launch on October 26th, so it's just a week left. What do you guys think of the DLC and everything that's coming? Let me know. I would love to hear from you all. I will catch you all next time.